What is aesthetic? What is beauty? What is taste? Often it is believed that there are two types of beauties in human: inner beauty and outer beauty. Inner beauty refers to kindness, generosity, acceptance, understanding, politeness, any positive dispositions one could have. Whereas outer beauty refers to good proportion of face and body, shiny hair, smooth complexion, toned and firmed body, any qualities and appearance one could have. A question arises here. Where are all these ideas and concepts coming from? Who decides these matters? How have we came to agree those ideas without a skepticism? The word beauty is a subjective term, but how can one subjective matter possibly have enormous amount of consensus? In order to answer these questions, we have to understand the history, society, and culture of the country in question, because the idea of beauty and aesthetic is developed through personal experiences, and such experiences are often gained in the society one belongs. The way we treat beauty differs greatly from period to period, culture to culture, and country to country. Let me provide you an example. What Korean high schoolers in 1990s desperately wanted was baggy pants and oversized t-shirts. It was a boom. It is easy to find baggy style worn teenagers in the street. However, the style is less demanded in 2018. The media promotes such style less often. Our personal idea of beauty and aesthetic formed by our taste. For David Hume, the Dutch philosopher, suggested that taste is a subjective feeling with a standard found with the beholder. Hume once said, "Beauty is eye of the beholder." This means beauty is judged by the person who sees a thing. And for Immanuel Kant, taste is subjective, but beautiful objects present themselves as having universal appeal. And this is just a smattering of the different ideas. As such, the taste dominates the way we distinguish beautiful things with not so beautiful things. Tastes are either learned or disguised. What I mean by that is more often than not, may be disguised by the media, which influence significantly to the society belief system and culture values. What media do? Their major role is to communicate, delivering information, and propagate ideas, and this includes selling beauty. We are exposed to the propagation without even recognizing it. This is why our standard of beauty and aesthetic are influenced by the media and how ideas of beauty have a universal consensus. What media also do is to support and make people recognize the beauty and aesthetic standards that we already have. A scholar named Yoon, he stated that the studies of digital media practices in everyday life reveal that digital media is integrated into existing culture norms and societal environments, yet can allow young users to engage with new modes of communication. One interesting finding is that the standards of beauty are similar among the countries in proximities. Out of many reasons, one possible explanation for this is that media promote beauty, that they have better potentials of being approached by the audiences. In the age of digital era, the beauty can be promoted and spread faster due to the advent of new media. We now have better access to beauty through various platforms. For example, beauty tutorials, fashion commercials, cosmetics and fashion items, everything we can watch with our mobile phones and personal devices, these are all gettable. One potential platform which enable us to get items we want is online shopping mall. Let's explore how online shopping mall culture is closely related to the standard of beauty in Korea. There are 3 things I want you to notice in the way of exploring online shopping mall in this video. 1. How fashion-oriented online malls emerged in Korea. 2. How beauty has been promoted by 얼짱 and models. And 3. How beauty is advertised. Online shopping mall had a great influence on the rise of fashion business in Korea. There are countless online fashion malls in Korea that sells beauty, fashion, makeups, and etc. So firstly, let's talk about how it was started. The concept of online shopping mall was started by a high schooler. In 1990s, one high schooler signed up to a fan community that she idolized. She bought many goods of an idol she fancied. She wanted more and more as the new items released, but as a high schooler, she didn't have enough money to afford. She decided to sell the individual items that she had, but to whom? She left a comment in the fan community if anyone would want the item she had. She received hundreds of replies who wanted her item. Some were sold higher than the original price. She realized the potential of this selling activity and it slowly became a business to her. She started to sell her unwanted but newly bought items to interest groups within relevant communities' website. She then expanded her business. She created a website of her own and posted fashion items she purchased from wholesalers like Namdaemun, and she officially launched her business in 2005. Then she used the community she belonged to advertise and promote the sales. So how beauty is promoted by 얼짱 and models. A group of studies have examined young people's engagement with emerging forms of digital media over the past 2 decades. Through the examination of young people's engagement with emerging forms of digital media over the past decades, they found teenagers attempted to maintain local sociality and intimacy with their peers through particular practices of the new technology. Have you heard of the term 얼짱? It's an online jargon that refers to people whose faces are outstandingly pretty or handsome. The history of 얼짱 was started in early 2000 when a webcam called 하두리 was released. Many teenagers took pictures and posted their photos online, and viewers, majority of them are teenagers, predominantly teenagers, voted for the most pretty high school girls on an online cafe called Big 5 Pretty Girls. The founder of the cafe was high school girl herself. She searched the most pretty girls across the country who were popular or recommended by their schools. The high schoolers found this as an interesting online networking activity. They voted, browsed pictures, left comments. This phenomenon explains how young Korean communication practices adapt to emerging social media, and it's an example of mediated oral space, meaning users respond to increasingly uncertain social environments and seek ontological security, which is the value of belonging. The young social media users formed virtual ties and offer resources that cannot be provided by conventional way of communication. Then what happened to the girls who were voted as the Big 5 Pretty Girls? 3 of them happened to debut as actresses, singers, which earned their popularity. How about the girl who created the cafe? She received a special acceptance from one of the prestigious universities in Korea, Seongkyungan University, for her innovative ideas and marketing strategies. Then what is the relationship between 얼짱 and online shopping mall? Online shopping mall was somewhat started in the same time. The youngsters started to copy the style of 얼짱 and idolize them. This 얼짱 culture has a great impact on the perception of beauty and aesthetics. Teenagers started to desire the beauty that 얼짱 had. They started to copy the style of these ordinary schoolgirls. Many online malls started to hire these amateur models who are known as 얼짱. Many of these amateur models later debuted as singers and actors and actresses. Suji is one of them. And how beauty is advertised. The rapid global diffusion of digital media has been accompanied by the increasing use of dominant platforms such as Google and Facebook. This phenomenon is called platform imperialism. For advertisement, many online shopping mall owners use their blogs as a marketing tool. Naver blog or Down blog are widely used to sell and post their sellable items. Lately, though, it has been moved to Instagram and YouTube to attract more people outside Korea. Digital media technologies are easily spread across local boundaries, and their production and circulation largely rely on global networks and supply chains. One such example is recently sold Style Nanda. The Korean-based company was sold to L'Oreal. In the case of YouTube, you can see Myra Beauty's tutorials. They promote cosmetics, apparels, and so forth. And you may notice some of these creators are ordinary individuals. We're going to talk more about the creative creators in the later videos. In the case of Instagram, ordinary people are modeling for the products. They promote cosmetics by posting reviews, short clips of beauty tutorials, posing for apparels. Since these people are not professional models, they are not as tall or slender as fashion magazine or stage models. Instead, beauty seems more approachable and attainable now. The development of online shopping culture does not only tell the business aspect of the Korea, but also explains how digital media is integrated into the rhythm of Koreans' everyday lives among their peers group and influence the idea of beauty. For next video, we'll explore how K-pop and K-drama influence the perception of beauty and aesthetic. Check back again for more videos. Bye for now.